Hey guys, welcome to the video. We're going to go over a very basic complex equation simplification process. As you can see, we have 3 plus 2i over 2 plus i plus 4 plus 3i. We're going to use a little bit of algebra and some basic conjugations to combine this into like terms with the real part and the irrational part, and we're going to simplify this equation really basically. So I hope you guys know this drill. Let's get right to it. The first thing we're going to notice is we have in the denominator here 2 plus i. To simplify a rational expression, we do need to get rid of the I in the denominator. And one way to get rid of that is by using a perfect square differences or conjugation. So the conjugate of 2 plus i is 2 minus i. So if we multiply this first term on the left here with 1, or 2 minus i over 2 minus i, that becomes 1 multiplied by 1, but in the process we have to get rid of the I in the bottom part by squaring it out. So the first step will be 3 plus 2i all over 2 plus i multiplied by 2 minus I all over 2 minus I. So this 2 minus I is over 2 minus I. It's basically 1. We're multiplying by 1, but because 2 plus I and 2 minus I are the conjugates, they will be able to cancel out and we will be able to arrive to our expected answer. Then we have plus 4 plus 3i at the next step, and now we're going to do a little bit of algebra and combine this term on the left here. So at the top we have 3 plus 2i multiplied by 2 minus I over 2 plus I multiplied by 2 minus I. Then that's plus 4 plus 3i on the right. And then next we have we're going to do a little bit of algebra. We're going to multiply the top component out and the bottom component out. So that will be, on the top will be 6. We're going to use the FOIL method. It's going to be 6 plus 4i minus 3i, and then plus 2i times minus I is minus 2i squared. On the bottom we have a perfect square differences. So we have basically the square of the first number, which is 4, and minus the square of the second number, which is negative I squared. And that is again is equal to plus 4 plus 3i on the right side. On the next line we have 6 plus, now 4i minus 3i, that's just I. And then we have minus 2i squared, so that's minus 2. And then I squared is basically negative 1, so we can replace I squared by negative 1. On the bottom we have 4 minus I squared, and once again I squared is minus 1, so we replace I squared by minus 1. And then that's the denominator, and then we have that plus 4 plus 3i. On the next step, we're going to do a little bit more algebra. Really easy to do. So plus 6 plus I, and then minus 2 times minus 1 is plus 2. And on the bottom denominator here, we have 4 plus 1. Minus 1 times minus 1 is 4 plus 1. And that's once again equal to plus 4 plus 3i. Then do some more algebra. We have 8 plus I in the numerator, plus 5 plus 4 plus 3i, and here we're going to combine the I, we're going to put it in a standard form where we separate the real part with the imaginary part, or the rational part. To do that, we're going to separate the numerator into two different terms, and we're also going to, because we're trying to combine this term with plus under all over 5, we're going to do the same thing to these terms as well and divide everything by 5 here as well. So we have 8 over 5 plus I over 5. See, we're just dividing these terms into the separate real and the unreal irrational parts. And then we're going to multiply 4 by 5 over 5 and 3i by 5 over 5, so we can have a common denominator of 5. And that will be 4 times 5 divided by 5 plus 3i times 5 divided by 5. Once again, 5 over 5 is 1, and multiply 5 over 5 here as well is also 1. If we do a little bit more algebra, we have 8 over 5 plus I over 5 plus 4 times 5 is 20, so 20 over 5 plus 3i times 5 is 15i over 5. Next, we're going to combine the like terms, so we have 8 over 5 plus 20 over 5, which is the real part, and we have I over 5 plus 15i over 5, which is the unreal or irrational part. Now we have 28 over 5 plus 16i over 5, and we have our answer.